Hello everybody, welcome back to Discussion the Show. We are back with another Real Housewives chat. It's been a long time coming. I was supposed to have this video out, but nevertheless, I am here. Today we are talking about, I have it written down, Real Housewives of Potomac, Real Housewives of Miami, Real Housewives of New Jersey, Michael suing Candiace, ultimate girls trip, and we're going to be talking about this new show on Peacock called Queen's Court. So without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so first things first, I want to start off with the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion, which ended not this past Sunday, the Sunday before that. We had 3 parts of the reunion, and the reunion was very draining. This season in general has been very draining. Like, I miss my girls, but I am very happy for this break. Comment down below if you guys agree with me. Do you think Potomac was draining this season? I feel like it was. Like, I feel like watching it drained me. Like, let me see what I can remember from the reunion, because like I said, we had 3 parts. So first things first, I'm gonna start off by saying my girl Candiace was the MVP of the entire reunion. She killed it the entire reunion. She was on point. Everything she said made sense. She did not hold back. As usual, my girl never holds back. She speaks her mind. And she was just very poignant and very poised. And everything that she said was just on point. Even with the colorism conversation that they had, her leading it was so well put together, spoken. You know, my girl is a wordsmith. She knows how to put words together, and that's why she's an amazing shader, because she gonna shade the girls down and they're not gonna understand. They have to go home and go in the dictionary and learn the words that she just read them with. But her doing the colorism conversation was so great, and it just pissed me off because the girls weren't receptive and they weren't listening. Besides Wendy and Karen, everybody else was very much annoying and not really listening to my girl, because it was a point where Candiace was explaining it and all of them was like looking dumbfounded until Karen came in and started explaining what Candiace just said. Then they got it, and I was like, yeah, see, this is what Candiace is talking about. You have to wait for the light-skinned black woman now to come. The light-skinned, I don't want to sound like, but the light-skinned black woman now to come and explain what Candiace just said, and now y'all get it, but y'all not listening to, y'all didn't understand what Candiace was saying. And what she said and how she said it, it was understandable. Like, you can understand what the hell she's talking about. Like, please. Please. Yeah, they were getting on my nerves. Like, Candiace MVP, and then Chris came out and said his part, and of course, them together, dynamic duo, because it was perfection. And Candiace, she ride for her man, and she gonna ride like she called Giselle a gutter snipe. Like, she called her something, and I was just like, nah, because she be reading Giselle down. And of course, Giselle tried to bring Chris down and make him look like a sexual assaulter this whole season. What Chris did to me, what he did to me. And she wasn't understanding. Like, stop saying what he did to you. He didn't do anything to you. He made you feel. Like, she don't understand the difference of he did this to me versus he made me feel this way. He didn't do anything to you. He made you feel uncomfortable, but he didn't do anything to you. Like, you gotta know how to place those words, because words can be damaging. And that's what Chris was saying. I had to explain to my family. I had lost jobs. I had to explain this. And I'm like, she wasn't getting it. And of course, Chris has his side. He said Giselle told him, let's go back to my room. And Giselle is like saying, Chris said, oh, I want to go back to your room. So it's like, you don't know. But for me, I'm on Chris's side. Like, like I said in a previous video, I never like to dismiss a woman and how she feels, because if Giselle did feel that way, I never want to dismiss that. That is how she feels. But I see in their relationship over the years, Chris looks at all those women as like sisters. He doesn't look at them as, oh, I'm going to mess with them or I'm going to do this. And him, if he did ask Giselle to go back to her room and talk, it was a way of like, let me try to mend something. It wasn't like trying to be malicious, you know? What else we got? We had Jacqueline come out. And it's crazy, like, Mia really brought her friend on the show and just tore that girl down, like, just to embarrass her. That's how I feel. And hopefully Jacqueline gets to come back and we see more of her. We get to see more of her and not her with just Mia. But yeah, Mia and her situation with her and her company and them not having access to their accounts and them having to move. I just never get people when they like have so much money, or that we think they have so much money, they don't own a home. I don't know. I feel like, yes, okay, you want to rent, you want to move. I think that's great. And what you do with your money and how you spend your money is amazing. Like, but I feel like you should at least own at least one property. Like, at least if you have millions of dollars, I feel like you should own at least one property. That's just how I feel. But yeah. What else? Oh, and then of course we talked about Robin and this whole Juan situation. Juan has now been fired, if I'm not mistaken. And then of course Robin is defending him with the whole getting the woman the hotel room, which I said in a previous video. I'll link it up here in the cards. She's stupid. Like, she really sat there and believed that lie. I just want to know what he has on her. Like, what does Juan have on you that you can just believe everything he says, or say that you believe it? Like, do y'all have like is there like a contract between you two? Like, y'all have to be together on camera just to say you all have a relationship, but off camera y'all have your own separate lives? Does he have something on you? Like, what's the tea? Because the story that he said was bullshit. So, like, everything that he said about the woman was bullshit. And the fact that she's talking about she believes him she's really dumb. Is she that dumb? Like, is she that dumb? I just, like, it's crazy to me. I'm just like, I wish Robin moved on from Juan and dated other men. Like, because I said that, I think I said that in a previous video. I don't know. Unbeknownst to me, I don't know if she dated other men because she never talked about it. But from what I see, I wish she dated other men and not just be stuck on Juan. Like, he obviously had other women because that's why they got their first divorce, because he cheated on her. I wish she moved on a little bit and dated other people. And then if she decided, hey, I want to go back with you, she decided that. But I wish she moved on for a little bit. That's just how I feel. But yes, that was what I can recollect and remember from the reunion. Candiace is my girl still. Giselle has gone down in my books. She was my favorite in season 1 and 2 and 3. But now, season 7, yeah, she has gone down in my books. Never cared for Ashley. Karen is my girl as well. Don't care for Mia. Don't care for Robin. And I like Wendy. But Candiace, that's my girl. That is my girl. Faye, my Faye, for real. But I do want them to keep every single woman on Potomac. I want them to keep that cast. I need them to keep that cast because together it is great. I may not like all of them. They may get on my nerves at one point, but together they make a great cast. So I hope they keep everybody. But next, speaking of Real Housewives of Potomac, I want to talk about Michael suing Candiace. So it was reported that Michael Darby is suing Candiace Dillard-Bassett for defamation. He's suing her for $2 million. And everybody was making jokes about he's suing her for the money that he has to pay for Ashley's house. Yeah, that's another thing I didn't talk about. Ashley and this whole, like, how... Girl, you was married to this man, together with this man, and you not leaving with nothing. And he still has to help you get a house. Like, he really played her. He really tricked her. And then she want to talk about Candiace and be mad that Candiace, her mom was taking care of her at 30 and whatever. Like, so what? That's her business. We talk about generational wealth. Like, that's it. Like, let her, so what? And she's talking about, oh, and when my kids are 30, they wouldn't have to do that. You don't know that. And as far as we can see from now, it won't be your money. It will be Michael's money. Because you're still not taking care of your own self. Come on. Obviously, you need him to buy the house and help pay for the mortgage. So come on. Come on. Let's not let the girls just be chatting. But so everybody was basically saying the house that Michael bought for her, that's the same amount that he's suing Candiace for. So they're like, oh yeah, he trying to sue Candiace for the money he has to pay for Ashley's house. Hilarious. She's never gonna divorce that man because she said she still needs him. He's paid for this house, he's paid for the mortgage, she's giving him a key. Like, I understand that's your child's father, but he don't need a key to your house. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. Ring the doorbell when you're here. Like, all right, next I want to talk about Real Housewives of New Jersey. And you already know Teresa's getting married, is leading up to the wedding. I'm tired of seeing her and Joe bicker and fight. Like, I am over it. I have been watching New Jersey for what, 10 years? 10 plus? And it's the same fight, the same argument over and over and over. It's very much annoying now. The last episode we had Joe running with Joey so he won't see Teresa. I'm like, y'all are grown people. You're grown ass men running away from your sister with her nephew. Like, come on. And I didn't like the part towards like when they were doing the softball. Teresa called Joey over and they were chatting, and I didn't like how Joe pulled him away from Teresa. Like, I didn't like that, because that's one thing I don't like. Like, y'all have y'all beef or whatever, but don't let the kids be involved in it. Like, okay, let the cousins still get a relationship. You know, Teresa's girls should still have a relationship with Joe, and Joey's kids should still have a relationship with Teresa. Like, I just don't like that part of it. But what else? We got Jennifer. I liked Bill until I found out that he cheated. I don't know, something about me finding out that a man cheated, it turns me off completely from the man. Like, I look at you different. I really look at you different. And I like Jen, but I'm like, Bill, damn Bill. And I love Olivia. That's my girl. Like, one of my favorite Real Housewife kids. Like, she's so sweet. I really like her. She's so funny. And it broke my heart when she was talking about, like, she wanted to be a therapist. And Jen was like, she's like, stop fighting. You guys love each other now, kids. I was like, oh, because Olivia's so sweet. Dang, broke my heart. And it just hurt my heart watching that therapy session. Like, Bill just looks so uninterested. Like, he looked like he's checked out. And hopefully they could come back together. We'll see, but I don't know. It's not looking good. I don't like, it's not looking good. What else we got going on? We have Jen versus Marge Jr. I didn't like how Margaret called Jen a drug addict. Like, I hated that part. Because first of all, Jen smokes weed. And that's her prerogative. And that does not make you a drug addict. That is a serious, that's what I said earlier. Words mean things. And you throwing out that sounds horrible. A drug addict? Like, that was harsh. That was very harsh. What else? I like Danielle. Out of all the new girls, the new people, Danielle is my favorite of the new people. Love Valentina. Her daughter Valentina, bruh. Valentina is so cute. Both her kids are adorable, but Valentina, that's my girl. Housewife kids just are everything to me, okay? It's just crazy to me. Even watching like Gia and Melania be so grown up. We've watched them grow up. I've watched them grow up. So I'm like, oh my God, they're really adults right now. It's crazy to see. What else? Am I the only one that don't care for Louis? I don't know. Comment down below. Y'all, I don't know. Something about him I just don't care for. He gives me, I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Next, we're going to talk about Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. You know, season 3 is starting, guys. It's starting March 23rd. Mark your calendars. Put it in your calendars. I will be back next week when it premieres, and I'm going to do a review Probably because Peacock usually drops like the first 2 or 3 episodes. So I'll definitely be back next week for a review for that. So stay tuned for that. So you got Ultimate Girls Trip. And then what else we have? Housewives of Miami. Today was part 2 of the reunion. Miami is eating the girls up. I keep saying this, but Miami is so good. The reunion has been on point. Larsa kills me. That's the first thing that popped into my head. She kills me when she says, I am very busy. I have a lot to do. I have jobs, to a doctor. To Nicole. And she gonna talk about all you do is put people to sleep. Like, I don't think she gets, like, that's one of the most important doctors. Because you really have to give people anesthesia. And you have to give them the right dosage to make sure that they're asleep during the surgery and that they wake back up. Like, that's very, very important. I don't like how she, like, downplays and diminishes Nicole. Like, I don't like that. But she be killing me when she's like, I'm very busy. I have jobs. I'm like, Larsa. Because all we see you doing is taking pictures of your feet. And, that, you know, make your money. Make your money. But don't downplay Dr. Nicole. Like, I don't like that. What else? Oh my god. Oh my god. Julia and Martina. Oh my god. Martina's story broke my heart. Like, it literally made me so sad to hear that. I really am pushing and praying, sending positive vibes to Julia and Martina that she pulls through. Oh, but that really hurt me, especially to hear that they were close in, like, the adoption process, and then that hit. I'm like, yeah, that was crazy. And then especially watching them this season and seeing their relationship grow and get stronger, I was like, dang, come on, life be lifing, man. Then we had Kiki come out today, part 2. Kiki's my girl. I want her to get what do they hold in Miami? Mojito, yes, that's what they hold in Miami. I want Kiki to hold a mojito because I want to know more of her backstory. Like, I want to know more. Like, the little tidbits that we hear, I want to know more about her. But Kiki is hilarious with the shape of the head and cheating and all that. Alexia was getting on my damn nerves. She got on my nerves this whole season, but in the reunion, she was really getting on my nerves. And Alexia used to be one of my favorites in the beginning. Like, season 1, season 2. That was my girl, but her talking about, keep telling Adriana that she's jealous of her. I'm like, I don't like that. I don't know. She was getting on my nerves. So we ended off part 2 with talking about Lisa and Lenny. Pretty sure it's going to be a part 3 because the way it ended, you know it's going to be a part 3. And we guess we're going to continue more talking about Lisa and Lenny. I hope after this season we don't talk about Lenny anymore for next season. I don't want to hear that man's name after this season. Like, I really don't want to hear his name. I don't want to see his face. Like, he's really the worst. Watching this season has been crazy. Watching Lisa, man. And like I always say, she has the cutest kids. Oh my god, Logan and Elle are so freaking cute. I'm just like, oh, Lenny really ain't shit, bro. And the final thing I want to talk about for today is, like I said, this new show on Peacock. It's called Queen's Court. It's starring Tamar Braxton, Nivea, and Evelyn Lozada. It's like a dating show with all 3 of them, which is different because we have 3 women main cast looking for a relationship, looking for love, and hosted by Holly Robinson Peete and her husband. And yeah, Peacock just released it today. All the episodes are up. I'm definitely gonna watch that later once I'm done working, but it looks pretty good. I'm excited to see. We saw Tamar with one of the guys a couple months ago because everybody's like, ooh, who's Tamar dating? Who's this white man that Tamar's dating? But then watching the trailer, we see that he is on the show with her. So definitely excited to watch the show and see what it's giving. Just them 3 together, like Nivea, Tamar, and Evelyn. Like, I'm excited to see what they're going to give and what they're going to be talking about. Tamar is my girl. She's coming back this week with a vengeance. Like, she has her show today. The show Queen's Court's premiering. Tomorrow's her birthday. And we get a new single. Her new single comes out tomorrow called Change, which I'm so excited. Tamar's my girl. I'm so happy she's back with new music. definitely subscribe to my music channel, Bria Loves Music. I will link it up here in the cards. If you don't know I have a music channel, I'll be doing a reaction to that song over there, so definitely subscribe. But yeah, so Peacock been doing its thing. We had Best Man, we got this new Queen's Court show, we have Bel-Air season 2 just started. It's coming in heavy and great. Season 1 was amazing, season 2 starting off already good. Definitely get into Bel-Air if you haven't. Like I said, Peacock has more Housewives of Miami. So Peacock is one of the heavy hitters right now. They have really good programming, so get into it. But yeah, y'all, comment down below. Let me know what you think of everything that I talked about today in this video. Comment that down below. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on my social medias, and I will see you guys next week. I told you I'll be back. Ultimate Girls Trip next week, the 23rd. Watch so we can discuss and talk about it when I post my video. So I'll see you guys next week. Peace, love, deuces.